I'm sure you would agree that it's better to have your estate handled in the way you want after you die. What if I told you there's a better than even chance that this won't happen? In this short video, I'm going to show you 3 simple areas that you can focus on that will help you avoid your family fighting after you're gone. Hi, I'm Josh Patrick. I'm the founding principal here at Stage 2 Planning. And here are some sad facts about wills in this country. Only 50% of the people in the country have a will at all. That means 50% of the people in the country are going to let the government decide what happens to their assets after they die. 5%, only 5%, share what's in their will. Now, that's the reason we have fights that go in family, because 95% of the people, when their loved ones die, they don't know what's in the will. They find out what's in the will. It's a surprise, and sometimes, in fact, a lot. They don't like that surprise. And that's what the problem is with not sharing your will. You know, your family finds out what you want and what you've done and what your wishes are after you're gone. Doesn't it make more sense for you to have that conversation while you're alive in an annual family meeting where you have an open discussion about your assets, your beliefs, your values, how you would like those values carried on after you're gone? You know, what you decide may not be what your heirs want, and that's where fights happen. You know, the truth is, when you have a family meeting and you talk about what's in your will, too often no one in your family is going to disagree with you. And that's where you might want to have a facilitator who's going to draw out those disagreements so you have an honest conversation about what's in your will. You know, my belief is, and I think it's your belief also, is that you really want to have your family together and happy after you're gone and think about you in a positive manner. Now, sharing what's in your will and having an open conversation about that is going to go a long way towards you getting to that point. So, again, I want you to share what your beliefs are, what your values are, what your philosophies are, and here's the best way I think of doing that. If you have an annual family meeting that's led by a facilitator who's going to help draw other people out, you're going to have a pretty darn good meeting. During that meeting, you want to share what's in your will. You want to get real, honest feedback from those affected. You especially want to hear about things that people, or the people who you love and who are going to be involved in your will, don't want to have happen. So having an open conversation about that is a good thing to do, and not the day before you die. This should start years before you die. Now, when you're having this conversation, and this is why you might want to have a facilitator, you want to listen for verbal and look for nonverbal disagreement. If someone's sitting here like this, with their very tight, you can be pretty sure that if they don't like what you're talking about, you might want to say to them, say, you know, it appears to me you're having a bit of an issue of what we're talking about here today. What's up? And, you know, we've talked about this, but in my opinion, having a facilitator really helps out with these family meetings. Now, we can provide some for you. We can even do it yourself. But then here's what I want you to do. We have a thing called the Willing Wisdom Index. It's free. What you're going to learn is you're going to learn where you're strong with your estate planning. You're going to learn where you can improve. It's confidential. I never see it unless you want to see it. And by the way, when you sign up to do the Willing Wisdom Index, you get an opportunity to check out what mine is and see where my changes need to happen. And frankly, it's a great tool to have. I hope you take advantage of it. It doesn't cost you anything, and you might learn something about your estate planning that you didn't know before, and it's really valuable. Hey, this is Josh Patrick. I'm the founding principal here at Stage 2 Planning. Why don't you scroll down and leave a comment about what you think about sharing what's in your will, and having a family annual meeting where you talk about your will. Thanks a lot. I hope to see you back here really soon.